This is the Big Six drill. So this is really great for some added lymphatic drainage. Should just make you feel good if anything else. Before we start and we dive into the Big Six here, we always want to do an assess reassess, especially when you're first starting this drill. What I'm going to do for an assess reassess is check my shoulder range of motion here. So here's where I am with external rotation. Here's some internal rotation, and you can see I just have it stops right here. I'm pretty stuck there. So that's my before, that's my assessment. We're gonna do this Big Six and then see if it opens up some of my range of motion, and it's really helping to see if my nervous system is responding positively to it. So here we go. The first of the six, and you always want to do this in sequential order. First thing is starting on the left side here. So I'm going to take my right hand, and we're always going to do a rubbing motion. You can rub it back and forth or in circles. We want to do this 10 times. And for the first one, we'll go a little bit above and a little bit below our clavicle. So I'm going to do this 10 times, and then we're going to tap. Another 10 times. So it goes super quick. It's really just about a 2-minute drill. And as you get used to it and you do it more, it goes a little bit quicker. So now we're going to do the same on the right side. I start with above and below my clavicle here. I'm going to rub back and forth, a little bit of circles, 10 times, and then I'm going to tap. Above and below about 10 times. And that's the first one. Okay, the second one, now we're going to start behind the ears and just pretty much go down the side of the neck. It should actually feel nice here. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see where I'm at. I'm just behind the ear, and I'm using all my fingers here so that nothing is missed. And I'm going a little bit toward the front of my neck. And if you could get somebody else to do this for you, it feels really nice. So I'm going to do it 8, 9, 10, and then I'm going to tap, 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 tap. It's a little hard to do with some earrings in, but we're going to tap, 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 tap here just a few more times. This should feel really nice. And that's the second one already. So we're already on the halfway mark at number 3 here. So now this one we have to do one at a time. I'm going to start on my left side. This is where you start a little bit toward the end of the chest here, and we're going to go into the armpit here. So a little bit of chest, a little bit of armpit, and I'm just going to rub this area. You can even dig a little bit in that armpit and a little edge of that chest area here. So we're going to rub that 10 times, little circles, and then tap, 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 about 10 times. And now we're going to get the other side. Okay, so I'm just rubbing toward the end of the chest and into the armpit here. A few more times. Okay, and then tap, 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 tap. Okay, and then the next one we could do both hands. The next three we could really do both hands at the same time. Now we're going to find our belly button and go just outside of that, and then we're going to rub around there. You could even go a little bit above the navel there. So I'm just going to go on the sides of it and on top. So I'm going to rub that a few times, and then we're going to tap, 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 tap. Okay, and we're also getting some vagus nerve activation in this as well, which helps to calm things down, among other things. Okay, so we're done there. The next one now we're going to get in that crease. So when you bend your leg, okay, at that bend is where we want to get. So we're going to rub here. Okay. And again, you go back and forth. You could go in circles. 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to tap, 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 tap. Want to get that whole crease for 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're on the last one already. Now we're going to go behind the knees. So I do both hands for this as well. This one, for some reason, for me, always feels the nicest. So behind the knees, I'm just rubbing behind the knees here. Okay, for 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to tap, 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 tap. For 3, 2, 1. And that's it. It's that quick. So I know I just automatically feel better right away every time I do that. So let's see what it did for my shoulder range of motion. Let's see if it helped at all. So here's my external. I could already see that that's a little bit more than before, but where I'm really stuck, yeah. So that definitely went a little bit further than where I started. So it definitely helped to open things up for me, and it's just one indication. There's better ways to assess it, but it gives at least one indication that my nervous system responded positively to it. So that is the Big Six.